I'm Jenna Castro-Casbon, speech-language pathologist, business coach, and creator of the Start Your Private Practice system. And I'm on a mission to turn stuck SLPs into successful private practitioners. If you're tired of dealing with high productivity requirements, high caseload sizes, and low pay, it's time to take control of your professional, personal, and financial life and finally get the freedom, flexibility, and financial abundance that you deserve by working with private clients in your own practice. Join me here each week as I share tips, best practices, and inspirational interviews on the Private Practice Success Stories podcast. If you're a private practitioner or one in the making, you're in the right place, so let's get started. Would you like to make more money as a speech-language pathologist? There's lots of people who would, but very few people are talking about it. Today, I want to introduce you to the concept of multiple streams of income and talk to you about how this can work for you and how you can add your first or next stream of income. So before we dive in, let me share how I was first introduced to the concept of multiple streams of income, because it'll really get your wheels turning. Okay, so I was about 25 years old and I had my first job as a speech-language pathologist at a rehabilitation hospital. And one of my coworkers worked with me part-time at the hospital and then part-time for herself in various capacities. I didn't know about multiple streams of income, but I was about to. So Catherine shared with me that not only did she work with me at the hospital, but she also had her own private practice serving a few clients a few times a week. She also, talking about things she did a few times a week, taught spin classes. She was very fit and she taught 14 spin classes a week. She also owned a two-family home, meaning that she lived in one half and she rented out the other half. She also invested in her retirement accounts, and she had a contract with a couple of schools in the area doing their AAC assessments. So that is 6 streams of income. I thought that, I would just, go to work and, work and maybe contribute to my retirement account, maybe do some stocks or something. But I had never heard of this concept of having multiple streams of income. And what she explained to me was that it's really important, especially for women, to make sure that they are not vulnerable by having only one income source. If you have only one income source and something happens to it, that can be devastating for you and for your family. So she was a single woman at the time I was a single woman, and she expressed the importance of especially women having multiple streams of income and not being dependent on one source. So right now, you might be dependent on one source of income, right? This might be your regular job at a school or a hospital, early intervention, or someone else's private practice, okay? Let's talk about what are some other income streams that you can add in order to diversify your income, make more money, build wealth, but also make sure that you're not vulnerable if something happens to that primary stream of income, okay? So remember, this is your quote unquote regular job, okay? I think that the easiest and best next stream of income to add is to see some private clients on the side of your regular job. Even if you see 1, 2, 3 private clients a couple times a week, you can add up to $20,000 to $50,000 a year just by seeing some additional clients. And I'm guessing that's more money than you would make in any kind of a raise or a bonus, okay? So this stream of income is going to be your next stream. I'm going to add another $sign down there. Now, other people might want to have other ways to make more money, right? Maybe you want to teach fitness classes, just like my friend Catherine did, right? There are some SLPs who do yoga classes or do bar classes or, sewing classes. I knew someone who taught sewing classes, okay? So that could be another stream of income. There are other people who want to sell through MLMs. So Rodan and Fields and some of those kind of, fitness drinks, whatever, right? If you're into that, and that's totally fine, that could be another stream of income, okay? So what I want to illustrate to you is that there are ways to keep your regular job and add all of these different side incomes. And what could happen is that over time, if you want to quit your regular job and maybe go with private practice full time, you want to wait until this stream is really, really flowing and bringing in more money than this stream was, okay? Or you don't have to quit your job. You could stay at your school or hospital, wherever you're working. Maybe you want to keep the benefits. That's totally fine. But you can actually make more money from this stream working less time, depending on how much you're charging and how much you're reimbursed for. So I hope that this gets your wheels turning and thinking, okay, if you depend on one income source, that is actually putting you in a pretty vulnerable position. And so what I learned, and now what I do personally, and also what I teach, is to help people develop multiple streams of income so that they can increase their finances, pay down their debt, build a legacy for their family, and really start to accumulate wealth even as a speech pathologist, okay? So you have a choice. You can either have this one stream of income where there's really not a lot of opportunities to grow that and to make more money, or you can go out and you can create additional streams of income and build wealth for yourself and for your family and for your community.
I decided to invest in the Start Your Private Practice program because I honestly had no idea where to start.
And I just didn't really have the confidence or the know-how to be able to do that.
So it was really nice to have a system that was all set up for me. I didn't have to reinvent the wheel or start from scratch. It was all there for me.
And I was able to land a client within about the first week and a half of me going public with my private practice.
So now I have 12 clients. It is such an invigorating and amazing experience.
If you want help to start your speech therapy private practice, then head on over to startyourprivatepractice.com/waitlist so that you will be notified as soon as we reopen the doors to the Start Your Private Practice system. Again, that's startyourprivatepractice.com/waitlist. I cannot wait to help you start your private practice.